Hey guys, I'm in Medicine Lodge, Kansas right now, and I've got a little bit of localized flooding going on. This is the park as you come into town. There's Elm Creek, which is just to the east of where my location is, and it is at the brim right now. It's not completely out of the banks yet until you get further down. It was about 17 miles outside of town, and there was some pretty serious flooding. As a matter of fact, I passed two vehicles that had the roadway blocked off, and there was probably a half-a-mile stretch that initially had some tree debris and stuff like that that was going across. And so anyway, I just came up here to check it out, and after looking at radar and stuff, basically we're on the the western edge of the rain is actually about to be past us now. So but Anthony and Cherokee, Oklahoma, over around Medford and Enid area has had some pretty heavy rain on my way up, and so there's potentially especially in the low-lying areas the capability for some localized flooding there as well. So Medford, Cherokee, Enid area right now, there's some pockets of heavier rain. It's kind of let up a little bit since the last time I looked at it, which is good. So there's still quite a bit of stuff along the I-35 corridor all the way down into Oklahoma City area, and this is probably going to be an ongoing thing for a few days now. And so these bands are going to come through. The good thing is it's not a consistent rain. So, you know, this band will move through. It'll kind of get a little bit of a break. And then another band will move through. And so basically, just wanted to take and bring this to you guys so that you could see what was going on. The good thing about it is some of the areas that I was coming up and looking at earlier had already begun to recede. So, you know, the rivers and creeks and streams and stuff like that are definitely able to handle this stuff, especially if it spaces itself out well. So I'm going to go back over here because I know there was some comments ongoing with the stream. So see Richard's on there. How's it going, Richard? So basically what we're going to do is we're going to take and we're going to go out of town here and see what we can see there as well. So I'll tell you what I really don't like. That might have helped a little bit. That kind of brought it in a little bit clearer. So that'll work right there. Alright, so anyway, like I said, we're just going to make our way out here, and this is my not too big of a lag going on. This is good. Start to see a little bit of the light wanting to peek through on the western edges of this as well. So like I said, as long as this can hold on, then you can actually see the sun peeking through here in just a second back to the west. So as long as it can space itself out a little bit, shouldn't be too bad of an issue. Like I said, now they had 3 to 5 inches of rain in a short period of time earlier today, and I believe that's what prompted the flash flood warning. So they're still under the flash flood warning in this area until 9:30 tonight. At which time, unless they get another great big huge band of rain to come through, but would say that we'd go ahead and let that flash flood warning expire. So let's hope that happens. This is Medicine Creek, and it is pretty full as well. So there's still a lot of rain up north, and so it's got to make its way down south, so it's still not out of the woods yet. But again, like I said, the creeks and the small streams and stuff like that are relatively, handling it relatively well. And so we're going to make our way back toward Alva, Oklahoma now, and see what we can see there. Alright, so things are really starting to lighten up a little bit. Making our way south towards Alva. I see a rainbow over there to the left. Not a complete one, but excuse me. Sorry about that. So yeah, as we're making our way back, definitely see along the way there's a lot of water standing in the fields and stuff like that, and that's making its way down these little drainage areas and stuff like that that lead into these creeks and streams are getting backed up pretty quick. And so far, not seen any other than earlier today where I said, if you were joining me just a little while ago, in between Kiowa, Kansas and here, there were some DOT people that had blocked the roadways off, had a sign up that had said high water. The water had actually gone down, and so, but these little areas where the water is running off of these wheat fields and whatever other type of crops that they have planted up here, is feeding down into these main little streams, the ones that I just mentioned just a second ago. So I believe the one that's just to my east now is going to be the Medicine Creek, and then there's one just to the east of that. It's called Elm. And so for the folks that live here, I'm sure they're probably well aware of what goes on. But the park, and drove through town looking to see if there was any other areas that might have problems, and I didn't see any. So that's good. And the fact that we were able to pull in there and get a shot of that, that worked out really well. So just thought I'd come up here and give the folks a shout and see what was going on. So yeah, the water had really started to come down the further south of town. It was not that way on my way in. Roadways had areas where there was water standing on them, ponding, but nothing swift or anything like that crossing across the roadways. Clearing skies back to the west for now. I'm going to go to the radar real fast and look and see if there's anything else that's back behind this. I'm not seeing anything as of yet. Now these are moving from south, almost south, to due north. There might be a little touch of southwest and northeast in there as well. So it really just depends on what location you're rain has really let up. So for the folks that are watching on my live stream on YouTube, if you would, over in the chat area, I'm not really that familiar with this. This is all new to me, so. Let's see what we got here. If you would, give me a thumbs up, or you can hear my audio on the stream itself, if you would. Don't mind, please. Okay, so hopefully you guys can hear me for sure now. All right. Thanks, Debbie. There goes the trucks that were blocking the roadway just a little while ago, so things must have calmed down there as well, which is good. That's what we want to hear. If for some reason you guys can't hear the audio, I'm also streaming at SevereStudios.com, and that will be StormviewLive.com as well. I'm going to pull over up here as soon as we get on top of this hill. We got some crazy looking clouds here. As the rain is clearing out. See if we can see if we can get a shot of these clouds here real fast before we lose the sun. There we go. That's kind of neat, kind of pretty. You can see the water standing in front of the road, or the driveway down to this Lee's oil well, and so pretty nifty. Let's see what they look like when we zoom in a little bit. Well, that's some gorgeous colors. Gorgeous colors. Alrighty. We're gonna head back now. Thanks, Becky. I appreciate it. So I'm not exactly sure how to get people over from my Facebook followers, because I've got a lot of them, and so I put that link on there. Of course, it said share, but to get everybody to come over, and the reason that I'm doing that is because the program that I use to multi-stream to different platforms, I don't know if they've done an update or what, but it's not allowing me to stream to Facebook. It says that I have to have a custom RTMP, which I do, and I've tried several different things to try to get that to happen. So YouTube is a nice smooth platform as well, and so I think that I'm probably going to switch over to that, and hopefully I can get everybody to come over this way as well, and start watching the live streams. And I can interact with you as well whenever I'm not driving. There's a chat board as well, as you and Richard know. But anyway, so I can see everything that you guys are typing and everything else, and I can respond to your messages just like Facebook. The difference is it's YouTube and it's not Facebook. So, and to be quite honest with you, I mean, I'm watching my stream on my phone as I'm talking to you guys, and the stream looks very clear on here as well. So, pretty happy with this so far. It gives you the opportunity to view and see how well the stream is doing along the way, so you don't whether or not it cuts in and out. And so, like I said, I'm new to this, but so far I like what I see. And the delay is a lot less than Facebook as well. So there's a couple of settings that you can manage in there that doesn't affect the quality. But anyway, I was going to take the back road, but I am going to go into Alva, Oklahoma, and because I came up the other direction, and there's actually road construction. They're working on a bridge. And not only that, but you guys are fixing to get an amazing view here in just a second of these clouds and of the sunset and everything else. I'll tell you what, well, you couldn't ask for any prettier of a setting. It is absolutely gorgeous. Eventually, I'm going to switch over, Becky. I know, and I'm not going to go into any details right now, and I'm pretty sure you know why, but yes. So, I'll just have to get familiar with that platform and just go from there. I'll tell you one thing, and I think this is pretty much standard for a lot of the different states, but allergies has just been ridiculous around here lately. Yeah, that's cool. I know there's a lot of stuff on there, and the main thing, I mean, you know, before season especially, you're going to have to get on and get actively involved with that platform, and learn the ins and outs of it. This is set up kind of the same way, so the only thing, you don't have emotes or anything else like that. But I'll say one thing, the stream is just extremely clear. Not had that fade in and out like I've had with Facebook before. So as far as that goes, I'm very happy. And I had to open my big mouse, and now it's getting all glitchy. The good thing is we're coming up on a cell tower, so the problem should be fixed here in a second. Even though the stream health shows poor, the stream has not stopped. That's good. There we go. Yeah, that shot was very pretty just a little while ago. Now the sun is just about down over the horizon, so this is extremely rural area out here. So, well, we're back into Oklahoma again. I'm going to look at something real fast because I think they just extended that. Maybe not. Yeah, it's until 21:30 for the flash flood warning. So, and like I said, still a lot of rain, and there's a report. Reno, Kansas law enforcement that just came out, so like I was saying, so and unfortunately the area that I just left is going to probably experience some more Hey, cool, thanks Becky. I switched over to radar so I could see what was going on, but what I was saying was the fact that all of that rain that's northwest of where Medicine Lodge, they're probably going to catch all of that stuff coming down those creeks, and so they were almost out of the banks. Some of them were, and so now the potential still lasts fairly well for later in the evening still for Medicine Lodge and the folks downstream from there to see maybe even more flooding. So let's hope that's not the fact. Let's hope that the streams can handle it fast enough and get rid of most of the water and still get things going well. Timer on my camera. The stream will go black here in just a second, but it'll come back on real quick, so maybe not even notice it. But yeah, there it goes. Sorry about that, guys. I remember this road very well. This is Highway 281 that leads up into Kansas from Alva, Oklahoma. And me and my wife sat right up here just on this second curve. I want to say June, July time frame, but basically there was some big storms that were moving from southwest, or actually the northwest Oklahoma panhandle into the southwestern parts of Kansas. So south central part of Kansas. As a matter of fact, we sat right next to that big tree. Pretty decent little wall cloud that formed on it. And then at one point in time it looked like that it was actually going to tornado, but outflow dominant killed it. It did have some monster hail though. I want to say right up in those areas where we were at just a second ago had like 3 1/4 inch diameter hail that was confirmed. So well, okay guys, with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and get off of here. Appreciate you guys watching. I'll figure out the rest of the details on how to share my page and stuff. So anyway, until I can get switched over to the other platform that we're going to be using. So otherwise, I appreciate you guys for watching. Thanks, and have a blessed night. And talk to you later. Bye-bye.